Hello again. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm done saying hello. Anyways, today we will be reacting to Ants Canada, Ants versus Termites. I'm pretty concerned about the Fire Nation who died, like, in 2019. So, yeah, let's just get started. And I'm pretty concerned about termites here.
Now on to a neighboring ant kingdom that I've been dying to update you all on. They've truly been pioneering hardcore, and I feel are well on their way to becoming a successful ant kingdom. I have some key updates on our huge, aggressive, and queenless Diacama ant colony, whom I call the bullet ants of Asia, living quietly in the Shire. And AC family, I can't wait to show you how they've been. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC family. Enjoy. The Shire has had a couple months now to develop and blossom into a land of its own. With lush nerve plants growing in thickened adolescent soils, and arms of solid driftwood twisting through the kingdom of our young Diacama ant colony. The territories might look abandoned and unoccupied right now, but don't be fooled by the stillness, for at any moment now, the colony is set to emerge. It's hunting time. Surfacing from an opening in the nest moves a mighty ant warrior to greet the misty morning air, waving her long antennae. She smells food. Fellow ants emerge from a number of openings in the nest to begin foraging the premise for the day's meal. AC family, you will see in this video just how crazy these ants are at stalking and hunting their prey. But man, what I managed to capture while dates are waiting for a male to come along to mate with so the colony can continue growing. Or if the gamergate and her brood pile are still around, but just hidden away somewhere in one of the many concealed chambers of the nest. The only thing I can do now is try to find a male Diacama alate every now and then and release him into the nest so he can locate any gamergate to be if the initial gamergate died. We'll just have to see. I've gotten to know more about these ants over the time that they've been under our care. First, I find these ants love their home damp and humid at all times. In fact, I find the ants will not emerge from their nest if the territories are too dry. I've also added more soils to help maintain this desired wet environment. They also like their nest constantly humidified. These clumps of moss are awesome because they turn brown when they dry up. So when I do see them browning out, I simply water them. They're like natural moisture indicators, reminding me when it's time to water the nest. The nest itself is made of a highly absorbent brick material called whitong, used for building human homes, but commonly used as nests by some ant keepers. These ants are actually quite meticulous with their home. I always see workers going over all areas of the nest, making sure all is perfectly maintained. These ants seem to pride themselves at nest grooming. Look at how they survey the nest exterior, making sure everything is perfectly in place. And AC family, check this out. They're even picky with the particular clump of dirt used to set around the nest, and they travel to other areas of the territories to get the perfect piece. Careful where you're putting that. They're even fussy about where they place their dead. This particular ant here has started searching before sunrise for the best place to lay her deceased sister. Several hours later, still searching. And still looking. Still looking. And looking still. Finally, it wasn't until afternoon that she decided here, in the corner. But this isn't to say that this will be her final decision. She may change her mind again for the nth time.
No.
You know, I often wonder if ants feel sorrow when their family members die. After all, ants, like humans, are extremely social animals and must experience some kind of bond with one another, even if on a simplistic insect level. Now placing a superworm inside. You would expect the colony to pounce on every little bit of meat I place inside. But what you may find interesting is that even with food, these ants are extremely choosy. Seems they're not interested in superworm meat today. Like some humans, they don't like to eat the same thing 2 days in a row. They just had a superworm yesterday, so now they kind of gathered around it, only to eventually leave it behind for the springtails. Fine, let's just give it to a colony that isn't so picky. Golden Empire, enjoy these leftovers. Untouched superworm meat.
Okay, now
Here's something else you might find funny. Check out this ant that is taking back what it believes to be a prized catch. But what it doesn't realize is that it is actually a piece of dried up leftover discarded by one of the colony members a couple days ago. It proudly drags it up to the nest entrance, but when it goes to check out the best way to carry it into the nest, another worker comes by, identifies that this was the other day's discarded leftovers, and fights in a tug of war in order to bring it back far away from the nest. So funny. And now, AC family, for the crazy event that happened out of nowhere that left me shook. For the various social insects, it's nuptial flight season here in the Philippines where I live. As you saw in recent videos, the Fire Nation nuptial flights are in full effect every night. This Fire Nation elate must have died overnight, and this diacama worker found her. Watch as she checks out this new elate. I thought she was taking her into the nest to eat, but later found the elate being carried away to be dumped somewhere for the mites and springtails. Guess the ants don't have a taste for Fire Nation elates today. But tonight also happens to be a big night for another type of insect.